Minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season.
Checking out Cleveland. They've stumbled a little bit here at the beginning of the season. A disappointing start for one of the NBA's truly great teams.
Yeah, great is not an adjective we can apply to this group this year. They may have some deficiencies that hold them back.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Then it's Luke Cornett. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie at the shooting guard position. And for the Cavaliers, the highly skilled guard pair of Garland and Mitchell. Mobley is out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Tyson in at the 3. Greg, both these teams have been dealing lately with some adversity.
Yeah, injuries have hit them hard. We're seeing some makeshift starting lineups. This is when a reserve has a chance to make an impression.
And it's Barnes with the ball for San Antonio. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
And it's good, 2 points.
Big bucket by Fox. Those feel like found points.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. I caught up with Cleveland's head coach. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle a defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So Coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Guys?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. The Cavaliers on offense. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
So it's the Spurs now after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Fox from outside drills the three-pointer. Fox has got 5.
Wow, Fox hitting them right back with that aggressive take.
You know, coming into the league, we knew DeAndre Hunter could score. But Doris, what's impressed you most about his development?
I think Kevin just becoming accustomed to the league. We're talking about a wing that's long, that's athletic, that can defend at a high level. And now that his offense is growing, look out.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Sam Merrill, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Garland left side. Three-pointer. They get it back. Mobley kicks to Hunter. And it's off from three-point range. Vassell drives in. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Pass to Tyson. Back to Garland. Mobley is screen on Fox. They swipe it. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Champagnie passes to Fox. Here's Barnes. The 3. The rebound by Merrill. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. On its way from Hunter for 2. No good, unable to end this run. Outside, Fox. There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Champagnie. It's rebounded by Cleveland. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Tyson. That shot off. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front, leading by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Wade out there with Thomas Bryant. Then it's Sam Merrill. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Ball in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Hey, Doris, were you surprised by the success the Cavaliers had last season?
Well, Kev, I certainly expected them to be a terrific basketball team, but that win total was completely striking. But that's the unforgiving part of the business, right? Regular season success doesn't necessarily always translate. Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down. Inside, Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
You get the sense of the impressive reach of Olynyk, important on that dunk.
Here's Mitchell, still scoreless.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bryant with a screen for Mitchell. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for DeAndre Hunter.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you for the report. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Luke Cornett comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Vassell in for Johnson. 1:57 left here in the second. Vassell kicks to Barnes. Spurs working the ball around now. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Right side, Garland. And no good, trying to use the glass. The Spurs have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. DB, given his accuracy, do you think Darius Garland will ever be in the 50-40-90 club?
You know what, Kevin? I think very few people have ever done it. Do I believe Darius Garland has the talent to do it? No question about it. He is a tremendous shooter and an electric young guard in this league.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by San Antonio. Kicks it out to Garland. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. 5 on the clock. Pass to Tyson. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Right side, Fox. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. And he makes good on the layup. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
You gotta love the determination from Fox. Refuses to let the contact throw him off.
27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Garland dishes to Hunter. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. To the inside. Barnes passes to Fox. Comes up empty down low. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Warriors, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Cavaliers.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 7. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Luke Cornett. And it's Champagnie in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here's Fox. Darius Garland missing his last shot.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
The Cavaliers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First free throw is good. And the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, longtime record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the official's job harder.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board. Yep, that one goes.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Fox. following the score by Cleveland. Champagnie passes to Fox. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 11.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Coach Kenny Atkinson demanding that Evan Mobley stay in attack mode the entire game. And Mobley said, I have a lot of different skill sets that I can bring to the table. Being out there and challenging myself is going to sharpen them and get them where they need to be. Kevin, back to you.
On the rise. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Cleveland making a change here. Ball's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Harper, he's checked in for Fox. 1:56 left to play here in the third. Hunter against Vassell. Hunter kicks to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harper. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. San Antonio leading by 7. Champagnie passes to Harper. Vassell outside. Over Mitchell. Vassell, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
They get the rebound. Mitchell wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch and shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Champagnie. Barnes kicks to Vassell. Here's Champagnie. Hasn't made one yet. They set the pick. And here's Harper from the arc. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Mobley with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Both teams will make substitutions. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Mitchell against Fox. Now, Sohan. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Olynyk can't hit. And here is Mitchell. Mitchell getting it done inside.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Spurs lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The lead is 2. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. They've got Mitchell, Sam Merrill out there with Wade. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Bryant in at center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
When Johnson's feeling it from range, he can be lethal.
Mitchell against Fox. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Merrill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
All right, Allie, thank you. 5 to shoot. Fox fires. He hits it with a step-back J.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Here's Tyson, covered by Vassell. Garland, and down goes the three.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 1. Fox deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. Hunter there for the rebound. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Here's Tyson, covered by Vassell. Mobley, and there's the dunk.
I tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
First team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers.
And that one misses. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Floats one up. Mitchell whips down the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. 3, good!
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Mobley. It's blocked, and they recover it. Mitchell outside. Mitchell, explosive finish.
Donovan Mitchell has the ball on a string. Any spot on the floor, wherever he wants to go, yes, he can get there.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Fox against Garland. Here's Fox. Barnes, he drills the 3.
Oh, that is absolutely monumental. And you have to admire the way Barnes carries himself right now. I love his poise.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Now Hunter. Now Garland. Mobley is screen on Fox. Garland. And the 3 misses. Here's Fox. That one misses. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Got it.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Vassell, oh, the slam dunk.
Give him credit. Vassell has worked incredibly hard to become a guy that this team can count on to take big shots.
When they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul. At the line for Cleveland, DeAndre Hunter. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Stolen by Garland, and that's an intentional foul.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Evan Mobley, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
Yeah, just step to the line with confidence, and this young man delivers. Nicely done.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Well, Donovan, it took a half for you guys to really find your rhythm. But once you did, you took control.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing for us, we just got to compete. And I think that's what we did at the end of the day. We found a way to fight back. They got a lot of talented guys on that team. You know, they got a lot of guys who can go out and get buckets and rebound. But we just overcame it, played defense, and got stops when we needed.
Thanks, Donovan.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. We'll